All right, everybody, welcome on in. We're going to talk about this video that came across my feed, ladies and gentlemen. More fake news. Their own newsletter. Listen what this man have to say here. Sensei crypto, ladies and gentlemen. If Bitcoin breaks this level, markets could crash 50%. Okay, let's get to the video here. The video. Is it what we need to know or not, ladies and gentlemen?
The AI crash, is it coming? Is it a bubble like the dot-com era?
A bubble, AI bubble. A lot of people been saying that, ladies and gentlemen. No, we still got a long ways to go on this build out for AI, ladies and gentlemen. Do your own research, ladies and gentlemen. All they are trying to do is pump his newsletter, ladies and gentlemen. Listen what he got to say here. Very important.
Is there going to be a great unwind? Well, we've got a story in it for you in our very own newsletter.
See, in their very own newsletter. In their newsletter, supposed to be the top of the line. No. He trying to get more money out of you guys, ladies and gentlemen. They join Martin Lucas Investor, ladies and gentlemen. 1,100 NK subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. They're giving you fake news, ladies and gentlemen. It's fake as crap. Talking about AI bubble. But what the headline said, if Bitcoin break these level, markets could crash 50%. But they're talking about AI, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, really there?
First link in the description, you can get access to all our deep dives and our daily newsletter. But let's get straight into that deep dive. The great unwind. Is this an AI.com crash moment? We're looking at Michael Burry's prediction of a crash. We're looking at crypto correcting XRP.
They listen to Michael Berry here, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Berry. Oh my God, Michael Berry, ladies and gentlemen. That where they getting their information from. This guy, Michael Berry, that used to run a hedge fund that he closed down just to put this crap out here, ladies and gentlemen, to scare people. What they want you to do is sell your Bitcoin, get you out of the crypto, for the banks could buy it, ladies and gentlemen. Listen.
Correcting Bitcoin, correcting how low can it go? We're looking at the AI space. Is it like a dot-com era crash? Can we get a recession this year? Hopefully, we can give you better insights by the end of this video. It's going to be very short. It's going to have timestamps down below as well. So if you'd rather skip to certain sections, you can. But it's going to be short, so I recommend you watching all the way through. Let's start with Michael Burry and his prediction for a death spiral warning. So he's saying, Michael Burry, the investor who famously shorted
He say he gonna have timestamps. There's no timestamps. Look, there's no timestamps in this, ladies and gentlemen. None at all. Then you go down to here. Timestamps would be in here, ladies and gentlemen. There is no timestamps. Another false information here. I understand how to do timestamps. I do timestamps on my wrestling show, ladies and gentlemen. If you see my videos, I do timestamp on that, ladies and gentlemen. And there's no timestamps on here.
The 2008 housing bubble just published a grim analysis on Substack, suggesting that Bitcoin's recent slide has entered a death spiral. Guys, I wouldn't just take someone's word for it. He predicted one thing. He did great at the 2008 short. We like Michael Burry. I like some of his analysis. I follow him on Substack. Go check him out. I've spoken directly to him about the carry trade unwind in Japan, and he agrees with me. I've had direct communication. I've shared that on my own Substack.
Sure he did. Sure, Sensei. But you can listen to an idiot like this, you are an idiot. Just like Mark Lucas is an idiot. Like he called all these other people idiots in his chat, ladies and gentlemen. Just return the favor to Martin Lucas. Lucas means L for loser.
So I like Michael Burry, but we have to face the fact that he's called for a crash many times, and that crash hasn't come many times. So take it with a grain of salt, and then I'll do my own analysis as well. After a 40% drop from its October peak, Bitcoin tumbled below $73,000 this week. In fact, it was just yesterday where we saw it go down to those levels, marking its longest losing streak since 2018. Burry's thesis isn't about Bitcoin's vibe, but its plumbing. He argues that falling prices are triggering a mechanic feedback loop of forced selling across corporate balance sheets, mining operations, and even precious metals. The data backs the tension, as nearly 2.5 billion in
I can go ahead and skip this, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, let's go to his. Let's look at his charts. Michael Berry's Michael Berry. He gonna put stuff out there like he wants to, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's get here. Here's some charts.
the peak at 540, the double top at 420, and the final breakdown at $350. Massive, massive warning signs were in place for MicroStrategy, and in fact, the short I took is yielding right now, and I have last night closed that position at $127, down 70%. That's not even from the peak; that's from where the confirmations came in place, and even the final confirmation, if you wanted a real confirmation, even from then we're down 60%. So MicroStrategy, normally, if you look at previous bull markets, it breaks down before Bitcoin. So you normally see MicroStrategy peak before Bitcoin. We saw that. We normally see MicroStrategy break support before Bitcoin. We saw that. Then Bitcoin goes on its correction path. And then what you actually see is the broader stock market follow. So it's normally MicroStrategy peaks before Bitcoin does, then Bitcoin peaks, then the market crashes, then the stock market crashes. So that's the cycle.
Stock market didn't crash because of Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. Call a liquidation problem, ladies and gentlemen. And a lot of people got called out on that, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of margin put on Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen, and other crypto, and people had to sell for losses. And that could be like BlackRock. They sold a bunch of their Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. Because why? They want you to get the fear where they could buy lower than get you out of your Bitcoin. That's all about, ladies and gentlemen. They don't tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. Sensei Crypto won't tell you that. That's what they're trying to do, get you out of your Bitcoin. If you knew you're gonna go up here at the top, why didn't you sell? Why didn't you sell? Or when it started dropping, you start selling. Get out of it. Then that you could have bought down here at 73.60. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I'm trying to tell you. Watch out for this channel. I got some other video I'm gonna bring out about this channel, ladies and gentlemen. Such as their band video that came out last week. And they're still on here, ladies and gentlemen, a week after that band video come out. Check on that, ladies and gentlemen, on the next video. See you on the next one, ladies and gentlemen. You want to check the rest of the video? Description will be below on this one. Peace out.